What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Yesterday was a sad day. Inevitably, I joined the Subaru gang officially, and my Subaru, with less than 10,000 miles on the built motor, spun a bearing. So that's going to be coming out today. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's just the bearing and I don't have a bent rod or something like that in there, because that would be bad. But if it is just a spun bearing and the block isn't scored or anything, should be all good to go. I'll just replace the oil pump, clean the AVCS gears. But yeah, the motor's gonna be coming out today. Alrighty guys, so it's actually 12:33 and I'm just getting started on the actual pulling of the motor. I was doing some suspension stuff. My buddy Mark is trading me rear coilovers for all my lowering springs, because I have Tane coilovers on here, but the rears I had to go to Tane lowering springs and put those back on because one of my rear coilovers blew out. So I'm gonna get BC ones on here now and the car will be all good to go as far as suspension. But let's get started on pulling the motor. It's not too difficult with these cars to pull the motor. I haven't personally done it before. Mark's done it a million times and that's why he's on his way over to help me. But basically, you're just gonna remove, radiator, you got the intake, you got all the intercooler piping, all the lines that go to it. There's really not that many things that you have to remove. To pick it up, I'm gonna remove the alternator and you can pick up the motor from down there. But basically, I'm just gonna start removing everything that's in the way for right now. guys, so I got most of everything I need done before I pull the motor. Disconnected all the fuel lines, disconnected AC. There was some that you didn't see. I'm not going to time lapse that whole thing. The only thing that's left is I need to drain the coolant, and I need to take the alternator off, because after you take the alternator off, it's really easy to grab the motor and pull it up from there. And then of course motor mounts and such. There's just a couple more little things I have to tidy up before I pull the motor. And Mark is almost here to help me with the actual pulling of the motor. That's about it, guys. I'll film pulling the motor out, and then tearing the motor down will be in a separate video. That one's going to be fun. That's a little bit more difficult. Nothing too hard though. I have never done this on the Subarus before, but it should be pretty fun. It's the wrong reason to pull a motor, but you know, it should still be pretty fun finishing this up. I've been less frustrated than I thought I was going to be doing all this. I took off intake, intercooler piping, disconnected all the lines of fuel, AC, power steering, all the hoses and such, and the rest is pretty easy. Guys, I know this video has kind of been all over the place. It is 2 days later. I had to work all day yesterday, so didn't get anything done yesterday. There was 2 specialty tools I needed to finish pulling the motor. I didn't get those in time to finish it, so before I went to work the other day. So I got everything now. It should be coming out pretty soon. Here's most of the stuff disassembled here. And we can walk over to the car real quick. I know this video is kind of all over the place and there's just going to be a bunch of different footage, but tearing down the actual motor will be a little bit better, more well put together video. This has just been kind of a mess. So here's where it's at now. I had to get a ratchet wrench for the last bell housing bolt, and that's coming out. It kind of sucks getting behind that to get to the last one. Where's it at? It's right down. Let me focus in on it. There it is. Last one there, and then I've just got 2 14mm motor mounts that I gotta get underneath. Let me see if I can slide under and show you where those are at. So they are going to be right behind. I'll try to get the camera in here. They are going to be right there.
forgot to film an outro for this video, but if you made it this far through all the time lapses and everything of this motor being pulled, thank you for watching. I do appreciate you. This was my first time pulling a Subaru motor, and there were a couple little things that held me up, but it wasn't too difficult. Shout out to Mark for helping me though. There was a lot of things that I didn't know, and he helped me with everything. He's told me a lot about how to do this whole thing. The motor, from the sounds of it, should be okay. I think it's just a spun rod bearing. So hopefully the motor's okay. This video was just pulling the motor, and then the next video is going to be actually tearing it down. And hopefully that's the fun part. Putting it back together is gonna be the fun part. Just kidding, not really. Especially since I haven't done it before. But tearing it apart should be pretty fun. So again, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace out, stay classy.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me.